Great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. One of the first things somebody asked me is, am I going to share the slides? I'm not sharing the slides, but I am going to send out this replay. So if you have to scurry off and go somewhere or be on a different meeting, I totally understand. This is kind of a long one. So, do what you got to do. I definitely will send out the replay to everyone, and you are welcome to share it. I encourage you to share it with anyone in your staff, your office, your team, your marketing partners, and hopefully it'll help a lot of folks. Okay. All right. So I will take questions and answers at the end. If you don't know who I am, my name is Valerie Van Boeven. I'm the co-owner of Approved Senior Network. And this is our marketing arm of Approved Senior Network called Approved Senior Network Marketing. George Novison, my business partner, is also on the call. You can't hear him or see him, but if we need to open up his mic, we certainly will. And the person that most of you talk to the first time you ever come in connection with us is Bob Costello, and he's also watching. So I just want to welcome everybody. There'll be more and more people coming on as this in the next few minutes. And so we're going to get started here. So how to pivot your senior care marketing through a pandemic. I guess we're in a good place as far as online marketing, and all of us that are here today and all of our colleagues in the healthcare industry. So thank you for being out there and being brave. I know your caregivers are very brave, and I know that you all are being very brave by walking into people's homes who are very sick. Some of them do not have COVID-19, some of them do, and some of you have had staff members that have been pulled away to work in hospitals. I've heard a lot of different stories. Some of them are just very heroic stuff. So thank you for everything you're doing. This is not an easy time for any business. But the good news is, in the senior care market, our jobs are not going to go away. People are scared right now, but we're going to get past all of that. So, all right. So a lot of times, most of the time, when we start talking to somebody about their online marketing, this is sort of the response I'm getting through the phone or the computer or the screen. Yeah, I know about online marketing, and yeah, we kind of do it, but we also kind of don't know what we're doing, and it really hasn't been effective for us, probably because we don't know what we're doing. And I would agree with that. If you haven't really invested in some of your online marketing, and I'm going to show you all the different, this isn't just about online marketing, but all the cool things that you can do right now that will help you get more clients, and that will help you keep in touch with those referral sources. We're going to talk about all that stuff, everything that was in that invitation. But if you haven't really dived in to your online marketing strategy, we want you by the end of this webinar to at least have an idea of how things can be and what the options are and what you can do on your own right now to help your business. That's the most important part, right? So that's our goal for today. It's a lot of information, but again, I'm going to send, first of all, you'll have some freebies when we're done, and access to us and this recording. So if you want to swing back through it and fast forward to the parts that maybe weren't making sense the first time around, you're welcome to. So here's our agenda. This is what was in your invitation. Common client and caregiver concerns. Where is your audience now? The big pivot. Online marketing strategies for organic growth, which is the free stuff that takes your time but not your money, the not paid version. Online marketing strategies using paid advertising, faster but costs money. Cutting costs and consolidating software and email systems and CRMs. Free templates for referral marketing via email and online. Free guide and checklist for Google My Business, super important right now. Recruiting strategies that cost less and still provide a significant influx of candidates. That's another one that's going to be important. And pivoting through a pandemic. So that's on our agenda, and that's what we're going to cover today. First thing we'll talk about is addressing fears. We have our Senior Network Marketing has somewhere around 200 clients nationwide and in Canada. And we know that people are all over the place. So some clients don't want anyone in mom's house right now. We'll take care of her until this is over, which I don't know. I kind of think that's, in some cases I get it. In other cases, I think that might be a bad idea. You want someone who's dedicated to that person and her needs to continue. But, people are afraid, and that's we can't make somebody continue with services. I understand that. And some caregivers are afraid to work. Some caregivers are afraid they're going to get sick, and some caregivers are afraid they will get someone else sick, and they don't want to be responsible for that. I completely understand that. However, what I have also heard is that business isn't bad, and the requests for help are coming in. In fact, I see that every day. When we build a website for a client, what often will happen is, to make sure things are working correctly, I'll be copied on their forms that come in from their website. And these are long forms that ask a lot of questions. And I see those coming in every single day. So people are not stopping asking for help. You just have to be in the right place and be visual to them. You have to have visibility so that they will fill out that form or pick up the phone and make that call. So it happens all day long. I see these forms coming in. So I know that business is out there. I know that people are needing help. There are so many, especially, we have this syndrome right now with snowbirds. Should they go back to New York? Should they go back to Pennsylvania? Should they stay in Florida? This is a time of year when they start making those transitions, and they're having a hard time deciding what to do there. We have adult children who don't live in the same town as mom. They definitely need somebody to check on her and get her groceries. And this might also be a time when you decide that you're going to give a little on some of these hourly requirements. Maybe you're going to allow somebody to do a 2-hour visit so that you can go do groceries for them. Because frankly, getting groceries at this point takes about 2 hours, no matter where you live. So those are the kinds of things to think about. And when people are scared, they're going to make decisions that you may know are not exactly the best, but just hang in there, because they'll come around. The only thing, and the most important things you can do right now, are communicate and educate. Communicate and educate. And the only way to communicate and educate is through your online resources. You can't go stand in front of their house and shout, "Hey, it's going to be okay." You got to communicate with them through email, phone. I guess you could do snail mail if you wanted to, but communicating and educating are the things that you all should be doing. And I am happy when I see our clients doing that, sending out information to their referral sources and their clients and their adult children and saying, "Here's what we're doing to stay safe. Here's what we're doing, and yes, we can take your patients, and yes, we can take your discharges." Remind people that you're out there. That's a lot of what we're going to talk about. So where is your audience right now? Everybody's on a mobile device, or they're looking at their TV, and in some cases looking at their desktop. But the majority of folks, especially consumers, are going to be on their mobile device. You all know how you behave with your devices. You're probably on your desktop a lot less, or your laptop. You're probably looking at your phone, making sure you're not missing anything. I know I see press conferences and stuff while I'm in the kitchen, either making dinner or making breakfast or whatever, and I have my phone propped up there and I'm listening to video, people, whoever's doing their latest and greatest on the phone, because it's just easier for me instead of taking my laptop. So people are on their mobile devices and they're on their screens. This is a big time for screen time right now. People are learning things they never had to learn before. Like our lady right here, second to last, looks like she's learning how to talk to her family over the internet, which is great. So, everybody's learning, but it's time to pivot. It's time to up your game. It is time. If you haven't taken the online marketing piece of your business real seriously in the last 3 to 5 years, because you've had amazing referral sources, or you are Medicare certified and that's the only way you're getting referrals and that's been great all this time, it is time to make the pivot. And even if you know that online marketing is important, but you just haven't taken the time to figure it all out, now is the time to up your game. For sure. For sure. this time in history is definitely one that we will never forget, but it's also one that's going to change our lives quite a bit. And your presence online for your small business is going to be one of the most important things ever. It was important before, but this situation has made it super important that you have a very good visibility online. Okay, let's talk about a sales funnel, rule of thumb for senior care. All right, this is a big, crazy picture, right? So what we're looking at here is sort of the timeline from when someone enters your world until the time they start services. So we go way back to the wide end where the alligator's mouth is open. And we see that 1 in 4 households are dealing with elder care. And then we see this is kind of where they are. They get closer and closer and closer to you and say, oh my gosh, I need help. They know that it's coming. They have aging adults. Then all of a sudden, people start forgetting where they parked their car for real, and they start not remembering how to get to the grocery, and concerns start to arise. And the adult child is starting to do research and get more aware of what their options are. And then they're preparing to take action, but they really know mom doesn't want somebody in her house. She doesn't want home care. She doesn't want to go in a nursing home. She doesn't want to move out of her house. All these things that you guys hear all the time, but they're preparing. And then something happens, whether it be pneumonia or falling and breaking a hip or having a stroke or a heart attack or whatever it is, some event happens and now we're in crisis. So up above the alligator's mouth there that's, going through all these stages, your leads are coming in from Facebook and your website and Google and your email list, and your referral sources are referring to you, and hopefully you have a newsletter. And you see the one that's crossed off? Temporarily, the in-person networking ain't gonna happen. So we cross that one off temporarily. But this is where all these people are coming from right now, all over the internet. They are looking for solutions and they need to find you. They're either calling you or filling out a form. There's only 2 things we care about: filling out a form or calling you. They're coming from everywhere. And the closer they get to an episodic event, whether they know it or not, the more likely they are to start reaching out to you. So during the research and awareness phase, that's when they're probably starting to kick the tires a little bit and learn more about cost and all the things that go along with it. So this is the pattern, and this is kind of the way it all happens with a senior care lead. So all the things that we have up above have to be in really great shape so that when people are making their way through this funnel, you're there, you're the one that they call at the end. All right, this is the philosophy that we have found. And just so if you don't know us very well, is that on my screen? If you don't know us very well or have not met me yet, we've been doing this gig for 12 years, over 12 years now. And I'm a nurse by trade. And this is not the first thing I ever did in my life. Obviously, I worked in hospitals and that. But we have been doing online marketing for senior care businesses for over 12 years. And our focus is senior care. We do not take care of roofers and plumbers. And we're not your local SEO guy at the latest chamber meeting. We are folks that have been here and will be here for a long time. So as the internet has changed, as Google rules have changed, as Facebook rules have changed, we figure it out and we make it work for our clients. So just so you know, this is our philosophy. We have always said this for 12 years. Your website should be the hub for everything. If you haven't used your website to your advantage, it's time to start looking at it very clearly and saying, is this website that I have working for me, or can I make it work for me? Can I work with my web developer so that the forms are correct, they're going to the right person, the links are easy, they're all working, there's a clear call to action, people know what we do, what area we serve, and the phone number to call. Boom, right at the top. If your website is working for you, it should be the hub for all that you do, all your content. In your CRM, I'm going to tell you what that is. If you don't know for sure what a CRM is, your CRM takes all the stuff that the website is putting out there for your online marketing, and your CRM delivers everything in an organized way. And at the end of that comes the revenue. So your website is the hub for all of your marketing, your CRM delivers, and at the end comes revenue. This is the formula that makes it work. You don't have time to send every single person an email. So follow-up failure happens all day long. But if you have a CRM set up, then your website can bring them in, your CRM can connect with them, and they can then send you a referral. It's not quite that easy, but this is the easiest bottom of the line I can give you to show you a formula that we know really, really works. All right, so what is a CRM? CRM can take many forms. A CRM is a contact relationship management platform. This could be an Excel spreadsheet, although an Excel spreadsheet is probably not going to deliver any messages, but at least you're organized, right? It could be your Outlook. It could be your Gmail. It could be Constant Contact. It could be ClearCare Online for a lot of you who use that service. And there are other ones, Access Care. I've left a bunch off, but you get my drift. HubSpot. And we have one called our Smart CRM. Everyone has their own needs and preferences. You don't have to have a really expensive subscription to anything. A CRM is what you're using to stay organized, keep your leads and your referral sources organized, and your recruits, and you're using that to communicate with people. I believe that you should go beyond Outlook and Gmail and Constant Contact and HubSpot, and I think you should have one that's really designed for the home care industry and the senior care industry and the assisted living industry as a whole. But as long as you're keeping track of things, you have essentially a basic CRM, okay? So who are our target audiences? We already know most of this. Adult children of aging parents, family members of persons needing care, potential and existing referral sources, 60 to 70% of new business from current clients, and recruiting caregivers. Now, I have lumped recruiting caregivers into this marketing piece because, as you all know better than I do, recruiting is like marketing and sales. Has become craziness trying to get the right caregivers on your staff, and the turnover is high. So you're marketing to them and selling your business to them just as much as you are to get a client. So recruiting caregivers is added to that. So we have lots of different target audiences, and look how confusing this picture is. People are referring to each other. It might be email, it might be text, it might be by voice, it might be whatever, snail mail, reviews. This is all happening. You have to have a way to keep it organized, right? So on the left-hand side of my screen, you can see that leads and recruits, potential employees are coming in. They're coming in from Facebook. They're coming in from your website, from Google, from your email list, from your referral sources, from your website chat. Some of you have the little pop-up thing that says, "Can I help you?" And phone calls. All of that stuff is coming into someone and something. I say you should have some kind of organized management system that keeps everything together, everything tagged, organized, so that it spits out on the back end email drip campaigns to the right people, a monthly newsletter to the people who should be receiving one, database re-engagement campaigns, meaning you're reaching out to old leads that never closed, tasks, appointments, phone calls, one-time emails and texts, just one-off things that you need to send to somebody that's more personal. You need something to keep all that organized. So we're going to come back to this. We have a lot more to talk about, but I want you to keep this in a picture in your brain. All this stuff is coming in at you if you've done your online marketing correctly. You need to have a place that organizes it and shoots it back out the back end so it looks like you're amazing and you're everywhere all the time. All right, so again, the sales, marketing, and recruiting philosophy works. Your website should be the hub for everything, and your CRM delivers it. All right, let's talk about online marketing that is not paid. This is organic marketing, and it is not, and you're not paying for ads, you're not paying for anything. Why is organic marketing important? If you've ever listened to anything I've said ever in any video, you'll know that organic marketing is really important because that's how you build your empire. That's how you build the you that is your business online. That stuff never goes away. Think about it like this. If you have Google Ads turned on and you have your number one on the first page of Google, and then your budget runs out, that ad turns off, you've built nothing. You may have gotten a lead from it. That would be awesome. But if you haven't, if you turn those Google Ads off, there's no residual from that. That is over. It's zero. It disappeared. You're done. You didn't build anything. So when you invest in your online marketing and you do all the content things we're about to talk about, you can do that and it never goes away. Google indexes it. It stays on your website. It's there forever. And it adds and adds and adds to the visibility you have online. So that's why this is so important. So what is included in an organic online marketing strategy? A whole lot. You can do every single one of these things on your own. The challenge is weeding through this mess and figuring out what the best things are that you can do. So look what's in the very middle. Your website should be the hub for all of your content. So your blog posting, your videos, it should be well search engine optimized. And when you have that set up correctly, it can shoot out all that new content that you're putting on there. It could be, and I'll show you examples in just a second. It could be a small blog post. It could be, celebrating a caregiver who's done an excellent job, whatever that is, it shoots it out and it hits social media and it hits Google My Business and it hits your newsletter. So it goes out in an email to everybody once a month. And maybe it hits your CRM, but whatever the case, your website is the hub for everything and everything shoots out from your website. So if somebody is there looking at your website to say, oh, I wonder, do they have, reviews? They have this, they can see everything they need right there on your website. All right. So all of these things are free and you can do them yourself. All of them, 100%. All right. So let's talk about your goals with your content. I'm going to just let all this load up here. The goal for your content, whether it be blog post, a video, or whatever, is to make sure that you look like an authority on senior care because you are, or whatever care you provide, trusted and quality provider, that people can trust you. When you hide behind your website and you don't put an About Us page that has your beautiful picture on it, no one knows who you really are. So I would say make sure that you are clear about who you are. In this day and age of lack of trust people have, it's important for you to be visible in your community, not just your business logo, but your face. So you're a trusted and quality provider. You take responsibility. The buck stops right here. If something's wrong with your caregiver, if something bad happens, it's me. I'm all in. This is my business. You're a great marketing partner. So if you're a home care agency and you're partnering with an assisted living, you want to make sure that your content reflects that you're a great marketing partner for that assisted living. You're always supporting them. You're a great community resource. You've got tons of great resources that you've added to your website. And I don't mean links to the National Alzheimer's Association website. That's a fine link to have. But I mean links to resources in your area that help your seniors, like Meals on Wheels, or a story about how to get onto Meals on Wheels, or whatever it is. You're a great employer. Your caregivers say lovely things about you, and you say lovely things about your caregivers, and you put it online, and you have great SEO. And SEO means that it's search engine optimized. Your website tells Google, here's who we are, here's what we do, and here is and here are the things that we provide. I'm just going to go into chat and make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't like, nobody can hear you or something like that. Okay, types of content. Articles and blog posts, easy stuff. Now, you say, oh, right, easy stuff. I'm not going to sit down and write a blog post. I haven't written a blog post in years, or I haven't written content. Listen, I am talking, people who are really deep into SEO and think they're hot stuff. will tell you, oh, your blog post must be 1,100 words and it must go on and on and on. Ain't got time for that, baby. I ain't got time for that, and you ain't got time for that, and the person reading your crap doesn't have time for that either. So what we're going to do is we're going to educate people quickly. We're going to use search engine optimized words, and we're going to show them a pretty picture. That is exactly what you should be doing. You do not need an 1,100 or 1,200 or 2,000 word dissertation. If your business is SEO, that's what you do, you're an online marketer, then yeah, maybe you do need to write 1,200 words or 2,000 words in order to get some play on Google. But you're a home care agency, you're an assisted living facility, you're a home health provider, you're a whatever kind of senior service you are, and you need to get information out quickly. People don't have a lot of time. They want to read an interesting educational article, or even more importantly, company news about your caregivers, yourself, your awards, your things that you've done for the community, your sponsorship of the Alzheimer's Association, your walk for the cure, whatever it is that you do. That's what people are interested in. That's what makes you trustworthy and an authority. Videos. Let's talk about videos. Videos also need to be short. So this webinar is being recorded. This is the longest video of all time. And yes, people will watch it, but not out of sheer woohoo interest. They will watch it because they feel like they might get some education from it, and that's okay. Most of your videos should be really short and to the point. So if you think you're going to do a bunch of frequently asked question videos and sit in front of the camera, great audio and great lighting are important. One question per video. How much does home care cost? Next question, next video. Okay, so keep it really short. Attention spans are 0. Facebook posts, yes. Now, your articles and blog posts should go from your website to Facebook, but you also want to make some individual posts on Facebook. And those can be inspirational. People love uplifting, happy, inspirational quotes. If all you do is post about your business and how you can help people, and here's our phone number, and here's what we do, and please call us today, you will get 0 benefit from your Facebook business page. Remember I said that. If you post only little infomercials about you or little posts about you, your business, and what you can do for people, I'm not saying it's not important, but if that's all you do all day, or if that's all you expect a content provider to do, you will get 0 results from that. Nobody wants to see your commercial over and over and over again. They want to be happy. They want to be inspired. They want to know other people are struggling with the same struggles they have and are getting over it. They want to feel like a community. So Facebook posts need to be happy. Educational is great. Throw in a commercial for you once in a while, but keep people in a light, happy mood. No politics, no religion, nothing like that. Just keep it light and happy, and that will bring engagement. And your videos should be the same way, light and happy. I'll show you some videos we just recently made. And this is a scary time, no matter how you slice it, but we just focused on the education and not on the scary. Google My Business posts. We're going to talk a little bit about this later, but you can post to Google My Business. You should be doing it because guess what? Your competition is all over this. So if you're not doing it, you should be. And newsletter content. If you're not sending out a monthly newsletter, you are losing revenue every year. Every year you're losing money if you don't send out a monthly newsletter. I know people are like, oh, email's dead. It's all about. No, email is only dead if you're 20 years old. Email is not dead. Email is important. It's important in business. It's important to folks of a certain age, and you need to be sending out a monthly newsletter. Okay, let's move on. Woo, woo. Some of these are like fancy and they move funny ways. Okay, so here's another look at our website being the hub for everything. Then this is the next thing that needs to happen. You put your content on your website. It's the hub. And then the content goes whoosh out to Facebook, LinkedIn, Google My Business, Twitter, Pinterest, and your e-newsletter once a month. This is automatic. Whoosh. You shouldn't have to manually post that every single time. And then leads come in. They see all this cool stuff out here. Oh, yeah, my mom needs help. And they go into your CRM. And out the other end come clients and revenue. Did I get that right? This is the longer version of my little formula. Hub, content, whoosh, leads, da, 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 and then ching ching at the end. Okay, that's it. That's how it works. Okay, here's my other one, the original. Your website is a hub for everything. Your CRM delivers. Ching ching. All right, let's talk about content from your website to social media. So here is a picture of an educational blog post that we did for our client, and you can do this too. There is the CDC has so much content right now. If you need to post something about coronavirus, COVID-19, you don't have to look very far. You can get a reputable source, which is probably basically the CDC right now. You can kind of chop out the parts. They have actually made it very layperson friendly. So you can copy and paste and just attribute, you know, the content to them, but you can copy and paste their facts or whatever it is, the hand washing criteria, I don't know, whatever you want, and you can make a blog post out of that. Now, I am not someone that tells you to copy and paste content from other people ever. That is a copyright violation. But in this case, for coronavirus and COVID-19, take what you need and help everyone, get it out there. So here's a blog post we did back on March 20th for our customer. It has, you know, some personalization to our valued customers and colleagues during this time of uncertainty, and that was very nice. So we put that up there, and then you can see, boom, it went out. It went whoosh over to her Facebook page, and there it is. That's just an example of automation. It posted, and then whoosh, it went out to Facebook. So that's what all of your social media should do. Your website can make that happen, and there's other programs in the world that can make that happen. So I'm not going to go deep dive on that right now, but that's what can happen. All right, posting directly to Facebook. Yes, you should post directly to Facebook, but no, not every piece of content you have should go directly to Facebook. Why is that? Why do you not post everything you want to say, every caregiver celebration, everything you do? Why should it not be posted directly to Facebook? Why should it go to your website first? The answer is two things. Number one, don't ever build your business on rented land. You know what I mean by that? Facebook can pick any reason in the world today and shut you down. It doesn't matter if you played the game correctly, if you've been the nicest person ever. A glitch could happen and your Facebook page can disappear from the universe, which also means all your fans have disappeared and all your posts have disappeared. It happens all the time. So you could lose access to it. There could be a million things that could happen. Somebody could be a jerk and not give you access to it. I mean, who knows? Don't build your business on rented land. If you're an excellent Facebook poster right now for your business, God bless you. That's a great person to have on your team. But if none of that content is hitting your website first and then going out to Facebook, you're missing half of the value of social media because your website's not benefiting from any of that. The SEO value alone from a blog post going to social media is amazing. So these are examples of posts that were made directly to Facebook, but this is not how you should do every single post. So we did FCC warns of coronavirus. This is stuff that we posted for our clients that had to do with the latest and greatest. So we try to stay on top of healthcare celebrations and holidays, which you can too. There's plenty of lists out there. Right now, everybody's about, are my groceries going to make me sick? How many times should I wash my hands? Can I go see my mother? So those are the kinds of safety things. We're not trying to scare people. We're giving them great education and great visuals so that they can know what's happening and what's important. So these are all things that came from other places online, but give great tips, how to keep people from being bored. I mean, that's a fight in and of itself, right? And then it is an inspirational quote: an empty lantern provides no light. Self-care is the fuel that allows your light to shine brightly. So, just caregivers taking care of themselves and family members. So we try to be inspirational, educational, and all that. So these are images and articles. They're not fearful at all. They're educational, and I keep it that way. All right, here are videos. videos. We do videos for our clients all the time. We do 2 videos a month typically. These are short videos. Most often they answer a frequently asked question, and you can do this. You can do this. You don't have to be in the video. I will send out, it's the one we use. There's a million different video things you can use out there. The one we use is Animoto, Animoto, Animoto. We come up with a short script and we put it in a video with music, and it just is a very educational little thing. So we made 5 that were for this crisis, and we rotated them through our clients' Facebook pages. How can home care help during the COVID-19 crisis? Do the 5. This is was all over Google. And I think CDC. Caring from a distance during the coronavirus. Know the symptoms. 5 ways to help prevent illness. These are educational videos with upbeat kind of music. We're not trying to be a downer. We're educating people, and we're not being scary. We're not telling people how many people died yesterday. We're not going in that direction at all. I'm just checking out my chatty Chatterton. What are you including with these? Say it again, please. Oh, yes, Animoto, Animoto. And I will be answering questions at the end. So if you do have a question, you can put it in the comment section or the Q&A section, the chat or the Q&A, and I'll go through and answer those at the end. All right, virtual events. Now, this is a virtual event. You're attending a virtual event right now, and that's awesome. You can hold virtual events. I got this email from this woman's CRM 2 days ago. Angela Hospice, I think they're in Michigan. This is not my client, but this is a very nice organization that is doing something really nice. This is free. So Angela Hospice is doing a virtual event, Grief and Anxiety, Living in the Age of Coronavirus, on Wednesday, April 15th at 11 a.m. Okay, awesome. You can register over here, and I'll show you the email I received. So I took a look at their website and put some screenshots up here. Maybe it's something you'd like to attend. I don't know. You can register right on their website, which is just a simple form. It doesn't cost anything. This down here at the very bottom where I am circling, it says this is their blog. So you can't see the whole the whole post, but you can see what it is. So on April 9th, Closing the Distance video series. So they can't hold grief or caregiver support groups or bereavement support groups right now, but they're going to do it via video. So you can read more. Detroit Catholic Central Moms Celebrate Hospice Workers. So this was, they were all at a distance, and they all held up signs to say thank you. It's so cute. You should read it. And how you can help our healthcare workers. They need masks and things like that. So this lady is, I think, a social worker. Somewhere it says. Anyway, she's great, and she has this little support dog that she holds in her videos, and she just sits there and talks, and it's not a big deal. So think about how this lady does her videos. She's not making a big issue out of it. She's just sitting and talking to you. And what can you do that's just like that? Or what kind of virtual event can you hold? Just like this one. You all have access to Zoom. I don't think anybody's going to Zoom bomb you. And trust me when I say they've made 1,000 changes to security since they got nailed for not being secure. But we're not saying anything that's, that important that has to be secure. So absolutely have some virtual events. You can do webinars. You can do education for your local community, not just your clients, not just your caregivers, but you can do it for your entire community on a Zoom call. People love it. After work, in the evening, when people are home, well, maybe they're always home, but after the work day is kind of over, you can do it in the evening. It's very nice. Okay, so this is from their Facebook. So they also posted this. They started on their website, ding, 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 hub. And then they put this on Facebook. So they have their events on Facebook. So you can see all the things they're going to do. This is the email that I got from her CRM. Good afternoon. We hope everyone is staying safe and healthy during these very uncertain times. We here at Angela Hospice are taking a more creative approach to navigating through this uncertainty. We have created a virtual networking group. Hello, Facebook groups, networking with your colleagues. Anyway, that will provide you with additional support, resources, tools, education, and new opportunities to develop new community relations and reconnect with old ones. We will be hosting this group monthly. There will be a speakers bureau. What? You could have your friend that markets the assisted living facility talk. There'll be a speakers bureau that will rotate presenters and topics monthly. This is like gold. If you would like to present at one of our meetings, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via email so I can put you in my CRM. We appreciate all your support and collaboration during these challenging and uncertain times. We thank you and look forward to seeing you next week. Please click on the RSVP link to register on the attached document. And this was a document that was in the email. What? Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness, girl. So you can do this too. You don't even have to be this pretty. You don't have to have this document in there. You can just put a link. So she's using her website, her CRM, her Facebook, and she's using virtual meetings or virtual events to continue their amazing marketing. So you can do this too. You can do this. Sit down and think about what virtual events what can you speak on that you think you would be pretty good at. Is it falling in the home? Is it safety in the home? Is it light meal preparation, how to freeze meals? I mean, what is it that you do a lot or somebody in your office does a lot with caregivers or with clients that you think you guys could be great speakers on? And then maybe invite a couple of other people. Get that Facebook group going. Invite your clients. Start talking about, be super open and transparent and start talking about all the options there are out there. Okay. Communicate with referral sources. All right, so a lot of people have asked for this really cool thing that we've been giving out called the email drip campaign for referral sources. Our clients have access to it. In fact, we set it up for them. They edit it. We set it up for them in their CRM. And then we shoot it out to all the referral sources. It works really good. The referral sources get I thought I was going to see a car accident out my window just now. What? Their referral sources get an email every 3 days. It's 10 emails over the next 30 days. All right, so I will show you how to get that for free. You can have it. It's fine. And you can do it too. Email drip campaign, safety kit drop-off, snack kit drop-off, and virtual events. We're going to talk about virtual events. These folks are they are actually our clients, and they just posted this on their, they asked us to post this on their Facebook, on their website. It went on their website, and then it went whoosh out to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and everywhere else. They're going around town, and this is not today, so they aren't wearing gloves. It was, she's wearing gloves right here. Anyway, and they just set these out on the porch. They don't go in, they don't talk to anybody, but they just put you can see they taped a card to it, so they know it's just a cheap plastic bin with some candy and stuff in it. I think that's really nice. They didn't have to do that. They've also done caregiver safety kits. So and I believe any client that they've dropped off some extra stuff. And I know a lot of our home care agencies have done that. They have taken to the house any extra supplies they can, not only for the caregivers, but for the family. So gloves, masks, anything that they have that they can leave at the house. Maybe it's just, a bottle of cleaner or something, I don't know, but like a little gift kit for their clients to have in the house. So when their caregiver gets there, they have all the stuff they need. But, this is something you can do. Of course, you want to make sure it's okay with the assisted living facility, make sure it's okay with whoever you're dropping it off with, that you do that. And, communicate first. But this is a pretty nice idea if you're in a place where the weather's nice and you can do that. All right, so email marketing. Communicate with your referral sources. Create your list with your names and your emails. Create a 30-day email drip campaign, which I have for you already. You just have to edit it. Great copy. It needs to be helpful and not too salesy. So yes, I'm thinking of you. I hope everybody there is okay. We're okay. We can still take your discharges. You know, be clear. Can you take COVID-19 patients? Can you not take COVID-19 patients? And then send one email every 3 days over 30 days. So you're kind of hitting them on average of twice a week. So again, be transparent. Are you prepared to take COVID-19 cases? Be honest with your referral sources. If you can, that's awesome. You know, you're going to have to talk to your caregivers, right? Be prepared. Are you prepared to take non-COVID-19 cases? So if you've lost some staff, are you able to staff for even non-COVID patients? Are you prepared to help with last-minute discharges? Be honest and be clear. If you are prepared to help with last-minute discharges, and there are going to be a lot of these happening, and people are not going to be in a position to take care of themselves yet, they're going to be really debilitated, whether if they've had COVID and they've been in the hospital for a couple of weeks, they're not going to feel like running to the grocery store. You know, I mean, come on, they're like so sick. But they can go home because they're done with the fever and all that. They're just debilitated. So you're going to start getting asked if you can take some of these folks if you haven't already. Okay, so if you have a CRM and you can do an automation, that's easier. No referral source left behind. If you can't, and you're going to do this manually, you're going to send this email to everybody manually. Just be organized and remember which email you've already sent and which one goes next, and label them on a Word document clearly, and make sure you're not sending the same thing over and over again or whatever. So you can do this manually or automated. To get the 30-day email drip campaign, I was sending them out via email. People were emailing me for it, and that was driving me crazy because there were like a million emails. So this way, I don't have to do it. You can do it on your own time. asnmarketingplan.com and then /drip. It's a drip campaign. You get it? Like you just drip the emails on people, and you'll see when you read the word, it's a Word document. When you read that Word document, what you'll see is that I kind of tried to switch up the themes a little bit each time. One of them talks about a great story about their caregivers, or a caregiver that did something nice for a client. One talks about, some other thing that's happening. But it always asks, how are you? One of them thanks the referral source for being who they are and for serving the healthcare population. So anyway, look at that and change it. There are some things in those that you need to take out if they don't apply to you. So be sure you read the whole thing. All right. Monthly newsletters. I have always been a fan of monthly newsletters. Some people don't get it. I'm telling you right now, revenue. No lead should be left behind. No referral source should be left behind. If you have a monthly newsletter, you put everyone on it. They can unsubscribe if they want to, and they stay on it until they either pass away or ask to be removed. That sounds a little harsh, but that's the rule. The rule. Put everybody on it, even your mom, your ma'am. All right, monthly newsletter. These are some examples of some recent monthly newsletters: home care agencies, assisted living, home health care. So what we do is we do these by hand, so we know your pain if you're doing it by hand every month. We used to do these in an automated fashion, but we've switched. So inside our client's CRM account, what we do is we set up a monthly newsletter. We put their latest blog posts from their website, hub, into their newsletter. And then we send their newsletter out to all of their contacts, or whoever they send us, whoever they want us to send it to. It goes out to those people. It changes every single month. It has all their latest and greatest content in it. So you can see the ones that are going out probably tomorrow-ish have their latest coronavirus stuff. Some do, some don't. Some have already sent stuff out about that. So it's kind of back and forth. But everybody's got cool stuff on here, and their links to their Facebook, links to their website. If you click on their images, it goes to their website. Their phone numbers are right at the top. Their phone numbers are at the bottom. And if they click on a read more button, this button right here, when we put these together, the object of the game is always to get people to go back to your website over and over again, so that when they want to read this whole article, they click on read more, and bink, it takes them right back to your website so they can see all the cool things that you provide and finish reading the article. So there's like probably 4 to 5 articles per newsletter. They're all short like this, and they all have a read more button. That's the way your newsletter should work. It grows your audience. It keeps you top of mind. It builds engagement. So if there's a lead that hasn't closed yet, you've talked to the adult children and they're on your newsletter list, when grandma falls and breaks her hip, they're going to be on the phone with you. They've talked to you once before. They receive your monthly newsletter. They know but they couldn't convince her before now. Something happened, that event, that crisis event, and now they have everything in front of them. They're reminded about you every month. It drives traffic to your website. So engaging articles, company news and events, employee celebrations, testimonials. Somebody sends us a testimonial, we make it into a blog post and we post it because it goes whoosh out to their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their Twitter, and it shows up in their next newsletter. So testimonials are super important. You need to have a really nice email list. You should try your hardest to get those business cards that are in the bottom of your purse or laying on your desk from all those networking events and put them into your CRM. That could be your Excel spreadsheet if that's all you have. But make sure you've got your contacts and your referrals somewhere. And if you ever had to export all that data, make sure you can export it. So in Gmail, you can export all of your contacts from there. In Outlook, you can export all of your contacts into a big Excel spreadsheet if you need to. So make sure you've got a handle on that, but do send out a monthly newsletter. What else should you be doing? Google My Business. I said I would talk about this. I'm going to talk about it. This is on the order of, we're still in the free zone here. These are all things you can do for free. Free checklist for Google My Business. If you want it, go to asnmarketingplan.com/GEM, GEM, Google Enhanced Marketing. So asnmarketingplan.com/GEM. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see a button that says, you'll see a picture of it, but you'll see a button that says download it, and it just pops right up. You don't have to fill anything out for this one. You can have it. And all the things on that list are things that we do for our clients. So you can do them too. You can do everything on that list. This is what you want to be right here. You want to be either here or above above this. So if you type in home care, whatever or assisted living or whatever, your city state, this is where you want to show up. Bing, 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 right? Number 1. 3 important parts. There's 3 things that go into getting to this right here. That is your website and your content. Your Google My Business listing itself you need to take care of it. Oh, and citations. A citation is a directory listing. So I'll show you a whole list of those. It's like everywhere you're listed on the web. Your website is super important. Doing these things will improve your Google My Business ranking. Google My Business optimization can be stunted by poor website optimization. So make sure your website's in good shape, because Google says, oh, look at this listing, this Google My Business listing. Oh, look at this website. They don't say the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, no. So you want to make sure your website's in good shape. And says some of the same things. Same company name, same address, same phone number, same location. Your website does make a difference. So the checklist you can download will cover all of this, but you want to have correct title tags, alt tags. An alt tag is what your pictures say if you were to see the back side of them. So each picture has what's called an alternate tag or a description of that picture. So you want all those to be there. The correct content, unique and regular content, easy to read content, correct schema data, name, address, and that's just some coding on the backside. Name, address, and phone number. When somebody talks to you about a NAP, That's a name, address, and phone number. It always needs to match. What's on your website should match your Google My Business listing, should match all the directories out there. And 100% mobile optimized. So most websites are 100% mobile now, but Google loves everything mobile. So if you have a really old website, make sure you check that out. Okay, Google My Business Update and SEO. I'm going to just go through this quick because it's all on that checklist. Complete your business information and add a description. Choose your business categories and subcategories, which you couldn't do before. Upload better images. Respond to reviews. Use posts to promote events, offers, and content. Set up blog post feeds to your Google My Business listing. Upload a video. Add a short name. Use a Q&A feature. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here is categories. Most of you are going to be in assisted living or home health care service. They don't have non-medical. Don't choose anything else. Even if you think it's cute or serves you better, just go with home health care service for now. Because they do have some other things like home help service and some weird stuff. Don't do that. Aged care, don't do that. That's like UK stuff. You can put in now subcategories with a description. Do this. Oh my gosh. This is what it looks like without a description. This is what it looks like with a description. Totally put your description in there. 1 primary categories, 10 subcategories. Use the description feature. Some of you, if you're a franchise, you probably can't do this. I don't know. I doubt it. But if you're independent, you can do this. You can take your services and turn them into what they call a product, and it looks super good. I would totally do this. So we took all of the different services and we made these beautiful little images. We just took pictures and a little description, and we created products for each thing, and they show up so nicely. Totally do that. Yeah. Well, this is what we do for our clients. You can do it too. So you want to make sure you upload lots of nice pictures. Respond to all the reviews. So if you have great reviews, even if they're great, just at least say thank you. That's important. It shows that you care. So thank you, Christina. We appreciate you and your family. So make sure you respond to all your reviews. Right now, Google My Business has turned off review features, but it is coming back. So this is something to think about. Go look at your Google My Business. This is a bad review. This is not a home care agency or assisted living facility or senior care person. This is just an example of how the owner responded. And if you have an example like this, I would do it. So if you have a disgruntled employee or somebody who's left a bad review, I don't care how old it is, go back and say, dear so-and-so, and make sure you sleep on this if it's recent. Don't put something snarky in here. Totally line it up just like this, very professionally, and then thank you, and offer to talk to them directly. Because when I see this as a consumer, I know that Tim C was probably just so aggravated, or he's a weirdo. And these people really do care. So you may have a 1-star review, but you can take a moment and write out something very professional, correcting it, and offering for that person to come talk to you about it. They'll probably never respond in a million years. This is worth it. Totally worth it. I'm just going to check on my stuff here really quick. Google products. Okay. All right. Responding to reviews. Ooh, posts. Okay. Your competition is doing this right now. You have to start doing this. Post to your Google My Business page. They shut down Google Plus. That was a thing for a while, a long time, and they shut it down. So that's not a thing. But you can do blog posting to your Google My Business page. Here's some examples of what we did for a client challenge. When a negative thought enters your mind, think of 3 positive ones. Train yourself to flip the script. And then we put a little saying there, and then their, website and phone number. So this isn't everything we post, but this is a couple of things that we posted. So like every other day or so, twice a week. Something like this. And then also everything that's posted to your website, your blog, bink, goes right here. This is an offer. This is not a home care, obviously, but you can put an offer here. Even if it's not really like for free stuff, you could still put an offer here. And this is an event. An event like this one was February 27th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And you can put events up there, like maybe the whole month of May is I know this is a stretch. It's, what is it? Something, it's Older Americans Month, right? So you could put celebrating older Americans all month long at a distance or something cute. I don't know. Or have your virtual webinars here. Okay. Yes, we do this twice a week. I don't know why I have 2 of those. All right, so post from your blog to your Google My Business page. Look, see, this is a post we put on their their website, and it went whoosh right here. Ding. Okay, videos, yes, short videos. They're not going to let you put an hour and a half video on your Google My Business page, but a minute long, I think maybe, I don't know if it's just a minute or 5 minutes or something, has to be really short, but you can put some, those Animoto videos I was talking about, you can put those on there. Short name, they let you add a short name now. This feature may also be disabled at the moment because of the COVID thing. They are working with limited staff is the issue. But when you get a chance, add your short name because that helps you share your Google My Business page with other people. Questions and answers. Oh, I love this. You can put your own questions and answers in here. It also might be interrupted for the moment, but anyway, it'll come back. So we put like 14 questions and answers on all of our clients' Google My Business, and it's just the typical, do you provide hourly home care? Do you provide home care in whatever place you live in? And then we answer it ourselves too. It lets you do that. Look at this. See, right? You can do all those things. It's very cool. So you need to take advantage of every single thing Google My Business lets you do. They also have these goofy business websites. I don't know why they did this. I guess they want everybody to have a website. So you can use a Google website. You know, don't use a Google website, but because it's just like a one-pager. But what we do is, even though we're not going to use it, we go ahead and publish it, and we go ahead and jazz it up. We add some SEO to it. So looking for home care in Houston, if you're a Houston home care agency, you want to make sure you add that stuff to that little website. You can edit it a bit, add in all your stuff, and links back to your real website. Here are the top 50 local citations by domain authority to match your Google My Business listing. Okay. So citation is a business directory listing basically, and these are the top 50. You can get these anywhere. I'm happy to send you the list. Or you can take a screenshot of this if you want right now. And these that have the yellow, we make sure that all of our clients are listed correctly in all of these. But these are the ones you have to do yourself. You can't let someone else do them for you because they require phone calls and postcards and crazy stuff. But the rest of these, we do for our clients. So those are the top 50. What happens when you don't update your Google My Business page in over 90 days? Well, frankly, you're going to receive an email like this. Is your business information accurate? Here's what people are seeing on Google. When you get this, that means you haven't been around in a while. And Google doesn't trust your listing as much as it used to. It's looking for accuracy. So if you get this message, it means, I don't know if you're alive. And so it wants you to update your business listing. So please do it every day. Do it every other day. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Google My Business plus Google Ads for a win. Oh, we're getting into the paid stuff. Okay, this is lead generating paid stuff. We said we were going to talk about organic. All that was organic. Now we're paid. Google My Business plus Google Ads for the win. So this is what we've learned. Any of you who have been around in my wheelhouse for the last few years or all the years know that I have never been a proponent of Google Ads for home care. However, Google's made some changes, and we've used Facebook and Google both. I'm not saying that it's a huge change, but it's better. The reason I was never a proponent of Google Ads is because if you spend, it was an 80-20 rule. If you spend $1,000 a month on Google, 800 of that would go toward caregivers who were clicking on your ads all the time, and it was horrible, and you'd waste all that money because they would click on your ads and they'd spend your money, right? They're looking for jobs, and some of them weren't even qualified to work for you, so it wasn't even worth it. It was awful. 20% of your budget, or 200 of those dollars, would go to people, would be clicks from people who are really seriously looking for care. However, some portion of those people didn't even qualify. They couldn't pay, financially. They just couldn't afford your services. They would be more along the lines of Medicaid recipients. So Google Ads kind of was yucky for a really long time for the service industry, for the home care, assisted living industry, senior care. Things have changed a bit, and now we can do things that we couldn't do before. For instance, when I run a Google ad campaign for a client, I can turn off the ads for people who are age 18 to 24. That's helpful because not everybody in the caregiving world is 18 to 24, but I don't need for the 18 to 24-year-old world to be clicking on your ads. So we can turn that off. We have like 200 negative keyword phrases now. A negative keyword phrase means that if somebody types in the word free or the word Medicaid or the word job or career or HHA job or training, they don't see your ads because I have it in there as a negative keyword phrase. Awesome. That we could always do, but now we have a big list. All right, so Google isn't perfect. No lead generation plan is perfect, but it is better than it used to be. So when we combine your Google ads with your Google My Business listing, the phone rings, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a second. Okay, I'll show you an example of what that looks like. Here's my philosophy. If you're going to spend money on leads, I don't care what leads they are. You can buy them anywhere you want. Buy them from somebody exclusive, buy them non-exclusive, do Google AdWords, do Facebook ads, whatever you're going to do, stay organized. That's so hard for me because I'm so unorganized with junk, but stay organized. Your CRM, whatever that is, whatever that means to you, your CRM delivers. It should keep a hold of all your leads. So we have a Google ad campaign now that has about 2,000 keyword phrases, 100 plus negative keyword phrases, minimizes job seekers, Medicaid recipients, and things like that. Unless you take Medicaid, then we can, undo that. We can also set up a similar campaign for Facebook. Okay, so we've done both. You can do this too. You don't have to be a brainiac, but I would just say, please be careful and don't spend too much money. If you don't know what you're doing, it's better to let someone else do it. I can say that. Target your local area. Target your local area. Oh, and can be adjusted by radius or zip code. Yes, target your local area. You can adjust by radius or zip code with Google Ads, and your potential client should have 4 ways to communicate with you: phone call, form, text, and email. So they should be able to pick up the phone quick and make a call. They should be able to fill out a quick form. They should be able to text you or email you. And you should be able to do the same for them. Let's see. So when we do this, our senior care business that we're doing this for is instantly notified by email and or text when a new lead comes in. And the potential new client receives an instant text letting them know that their inquiry was received. Just know this: anytime you're running ads, whether it's Facebook or Google ads, people are on their phones. They are leads that are on their mobile device. They are not sitting in front of a desktop most of the time. So if you know that, then boom, sending them a text right after they fill out your form is really important because they're already right there on their phone. As soon as they finish that form, they hit submit. Shing! Your CRM should say, hello, we're here. We got your message. We know you're there. We're going to be helping you right now. And it shows up on their phone, text. So you should have a full CRM loaded with potential clients. And they should be organized by category. I'm going to show you what that looks like. They filled out a form. They were contacted. They have an in-home assessment. They started services, or they're not qualified. And I'm going to show you that. Dang. Okay, here's some sample Google ads. I blacked out all of the people's names and stuff, but you can just see a few of the different ones. We started doing the seniors are safer at home. You have to be careful what you say. You can't say COVID-19 or did you get the disease, or you can't say anything like that. You can't say, do you have Alzheimer's disease? You can't, no. Zzz. So what we say is seniors are safer at home. Let our caregivers run errands, groceries, housekeeping, and meals, things like that. People get it. They get it. They know. And this is what it looks like. This, where my arrow is if you combine Google My Business with your Google Ads campaign, ding, 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 ding. Maybe you were number 40 on this list before, but sister, now you are number 1. Zoom. It'll rotate. So sometimes you're number 1 right here, and sometimes you're above the map. The bigger your budget is, the more often you will be in this first place category, but people will see you there, mobile devices, remember, and they will make a call. These ads typically run to a landing page. Why? Why would we just not run them straight to your website? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does actually, because if your website is janky, you don't want to send people to your website. But anyway, here's a sample landing page. So why do we do this? Because we really don't want to give people too many options. A landing page, it reinforces the message you had in your ad, and then it only gives them 2 options. They can call you or they can fill out this form. And look, we can put this here, COVID-19 protocols, keep your loved ones safe. Ding, we can put that there. This one on the left here is the mobile version. It's a long, it's like as if you were scrolling through it. But what they see is this kind of squished together. And actually we switched it so the form is first. But anyway, this is what they see. So with your landing page, they only have a couple of options. And guess what? This landing page is directly connected to your CRM. So the person fills out the form, they hit submit, and then ching, they get a little text. Hi, we're here to help. Okay, so that is how this works. Ooh, yes, Facebook too. So we have also been running some really nice campaigns through Facebook. Now, I will say that I believe that Google Ads right now is working better than Facebook. And Facebook has gone through a lot of changes. So they are spazzed about privacy, and they're spazzed about everything. I don't think their ads are getting the reach that they used to. Or even in the last year and a half, it's gotten weird. So we still can do them. And like some people will say, well, divide my budget up. I want to do part Google ads, part Facebook ads. Perfect. We can do all of that. That's fine. But I do believe that if you're going to start down this road, that you should consider doing Google ads first. And I'm not talking about $1,000 a month or $5,000. I mean, yes, that's great. But some of our folks have them running at $300 a month, their Google ads, $10 a day. Now remember, that's not much, so your ads are going to shut off every day pretty quickly. However, if that's what you can afford, that gets you some visibility every single day for a certain number of hours. All right. So what does it look like when a lead comes into our CRM? This is kind of what it looks like. This isn't really a great picture. I have a whole demo video you can watch, but this is the home. This is kind of like the landing page here. This is what it looks like as people come in. So they answered an ad. So they come in. This is where this is a demo. So these people aren't real except for me. They come in right here. And once we've contacted them, we just drag and drop them over to this column. Once they've scheduled an appointment, we drag and drop them to this column. If they start services, then we drag and drop them into this column. If they're not applicable, maybe they can't afford services, they're not qualified, whatever, then they can go here. And then if they did not, maybe you did an assessment, but they never started services. So you're going to follow up later and find out why or whatever. You can put them here. So you can decide what these columns say, but this is just typical. And this is what it looks like when a lead comes into a CRM. You keep them organized. You know where everybody is. Okay, we're going to talk recruiting, and we're almost to the end. I'm going to show you all the freebie stuff. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Recruiting, lower cost, more organized. So the platforms that we use for recruiting. Okay, I know there are lots of recruiting options out there. There's Hireology, there's My CNA Jobs, there's tons. Use whatever makes you so happy. It doesn't matter to me, but I will tell you that a lot of those services, from what I've heard, get really expensive really fast. I get it. So what we do is we let our clients decide where they want to advertise. We don't really care. They can do Facebook, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, Craigslist, whatever they want, and we'll help them with that. Basically, for recruiting, I'm not going to say that we're the be-all, end-all, amazing recruiters of all time, but I will tell you that we can do it cheaper, and we can get butts in the, well, we can get butts to respond. We can't get butts in the door because people are crazy, but we can get people to respond. So we can take over the front end stuff. You still have to do all the back end. We are not going to interview them for you. We're not going to do follow up or whatever. That's all you. But for those of you who can't afford really super expensive services, I understand you might be a smaller organization, but you need some help with recruiting. We can use any of these services. We can use Google Ads, but I'm not really sure that that's an effective platform for recruiting. I mean, they do have their own job listing stuff, but I think this works a little better. We use triage questions that we call deal breaker questions. So here are some deal breakers right here. Do you have a valid driver's license, and do you have reliable transportation? Now, some people have way more deal breakers than that, but this company, all they needed to know was the answer to these 2 questions, because if either of them were no, then toss out the door, not going to call them. But when they do have, so this is what you're looking at here is an email from the CRM that they use telling them you have a new lead from Facebook and here's the answers to all the questions. I had to black everything out, but this person filled out a form from your Facebook ad, call to set up an appointment or ask questions. That's the email address, the name of the person, their phone number, the zip code they live in, and the answers to these 2 questions. And you know what, literally, see the date on this, 4/14/2020. This came in today, right before this webinar, and I just grabbed a screenshot of it and put it up there for you. So these are the kinds of results you receive. These people go straight into your CRM. And if you want to contact them, you can. We send them, the CRM sends them a text that says, hey, whatever your name is, we got your Facebook form and we're glad you're reaching out. We'll be in touch. Instant notification of your staff in your office. Hey, there's a potential new hire out there. The potential new hire received that text or an email or both. You can communicate with them via text, email, and a phone call. Appointment setting for virtual or in-person interviews is available. And then we also, this is something that we're heading down the road with, and George will kill me later, but we're starting to be able to provide 100% online applications that import directly to your CRM. So if you're done with the paper stuff and nobody can print anything out right now, in paper, having a PDF on your website for a job application was always a bad idea. Always a bad idea. However, it's hard to figure out, if you're going to use an expensive service to do that, how do you get a form on your website? How do you do that? Well, we can do it. We can do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. We can put a whole form on your website, Zing, and then everybody who fills out that form goes into the CRM. All their information is there, and you can decide what to do next with all that. Here's what we cannot do. We cannot do staffing, and we cannot, this is for getting recruits in the door. It's not where you would keep all of their sensitive paperwork and files and that kind of stuff. However, if you need somebody to fill out an online application, absolutely. Okay, so this is a Facebook ad. So this is one of the ads that we use. It's I marked off all the person who's running the ad, but you can just kind of see some of the things that and this one works really well, and different pictures. So we always rotate through different pictures, and different ones work well in different areas. And when they click on apply now down here, that's when they get this little questionnaire. That's this stuff right here. So that triages the person, puts them into your CRM, and then you decide what to do with them. Okay, so that's recruiting. Lower cost, more organized. What does it look like? This is a really long screenshot, sorry. This is when somebody answers a recruiting ad. This is inside the CRM. This is how you move them through the system and keep them organized. So this is somebody who answered the recruiting ad. These 2 people were not applicable. They did not have the right credentials. This person was contacted. This person was interviewed. This person was an interview no-show. This person completed the application. These people were invited to orientation. This person was an orientation no-show, and these people down here were hired. So you can just drag and drop people as they do stuff to the different parts of your pipeline. This is a pipeline. Okay? So that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so just a reminder, the sales, marketing, and recruiting philosophy that works, that has worked for us for 12 years, that works for us even better with a CRM, is the website is the hub for everything. Your CRM delivers the messages, and that puts more revenue in your pocket. No one is forgotten. And this is what I'm talking about from way back in the beginning of this webinar. Leads and recruits are coming in from Facebook and your website and Google and your email list and referral sources and website chat and phone calls. Your CRM keeps everybody organized and spits out all the cool things that need to happen with all those people, and you don't have to worry about it, and then you just follow up. So this is what our agenda looked like when we started. We have talked about online marketing strategies, online marketing that were organic, some that were paid. We've talked about free templates for referral marketing, which I'll show you again, where you get those, free guides and checklists, recruiting strategies that cost less and still provide a significant influx of candidates, and pivoting through a pandemic. It's all of this. We did not talk about cutting costs and consolidating software, email systems, and CRMs, and so I will just give you this. The Smart CRM that we have, okay, yeah, that's a commercial for us. You don't have to use it. It replaces all of these programs, Salesforce, Infusionsoft, or Keep, they call themselves now, Constant Contact, MailChimp, Campaign Monitor, other expensive recruiting-only softwares, HubSpot. HubSpot says it's free, but it's not really free. Website chat software. We have, through our CRM, its own website chat feature, so you can add that to your website and everything goes into your CRM. You can get rid of RingCentral or PatLive or any of those other phone calling services. And of course, if you need a landing page, it does all of that too. So those are the kinds of things that our CRM replaces. You don't have to use our stuff, but what I'm just telling you is you can get rid of a lot of third-party costs if you consolidate. Okay, this was a lot of information, and I had to gloss over a lot of things I would love to talk more about. So we're going to do some deep dive webinars. So I'm hoping that you'll join me for a little bit more of a deep dive in some of the things that might be interesting to you. So deep dive number 1 will be Google My Business and Google Ads on Tuesday, April 21st. Number 2 will be effective recruiting without the high cost. We're going to go more into how we do that. Tuesday, April 28th. Then deep dive number 3, using Facebook and LinkedIn to your advantage. Deep dive 4, more ideas for engaging referral sources, Tuesday, May 12th. So every Tuesday from now through the next 6 weeks. I'm going to leave it as audience choice for Tuesday, May 19th and Tuesday, May 26th. We'll decide based on what we've already talked about, what people would really like. Usually I can get a feel for that, and we'll announce those last 2. All free. Come and or sign up and then listen to the recordings. If you join our Facebook group, which is also free, that will help you get all of the invitations, plus I'll email them out, but this is our fun group, facebook.com. You have to put the groups in there. So facebook.com/groups/senior care marketing. If you go there, you have to answer the questions or you can't get in because we have too many spammers that try to get in. So you have to answer 2 questions or 3. I don't know. It's easy stuff. Your email address and what you do or something like that. Go here and sign up. And we have over 2,000 people in that group, but it's a good group. It's fun. So here's the free stuff. Free stuff alert. Take a screenshot of this. asnmarketingplan.com/drip is the free email drip campaign. asnmarketingplan.com/gem is the free Google My Business checklist. You should do all that. You can do all that yourself. asnmarketingplan.com with no other thing. You can get a free consult with us. Bob Costello would be happy to talk to you if you would like. There is a form at the bottom of the homepage. All you gotta do is fill it out or go to contact us and fill it out there. It's the same form. And guess what? It goes into our CRM. So you'll get an interesting little text from us. It'll tell you, hey, here's Bob's schedule. Go right ahead and put yourself on it. And then again, here's our free marketing group. We always have, I always put good stuff in there, videos, things like that we do. Facebook.com/groups/senior care marketing. All right. Dun, 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 you made it. It's question and answer time. What do we got? Anything? Zzz. All right, I'm going to start at the top. Most of it's just yay, hey, hey, slides. Okay, we will send out the replay, not the slides, but we will send out the replay for you. What are you including in your monthly newsletter? That's a good question, Ashley. And what we include in our monthly newsletter is all of the content that we blog posted that month. So we look back and we put all those articles into the newsletter. Let's see. Send links to the content you've posted all month long from your blog. Bob is answering these. That's very nice. Thank you, Bob. Animoto is where you can go get a free account and do some stuff, do some slides or whatever. Some videos. This is awesome. Very substantive. Ooh, I can't talk anymore. I'd like to speak with you about your services. Thank you. How do we get access to edit Google products? Well, for Google My Business, you have to be an admin or manager of your own listing in order to do that. You'd have to talk to everybody who's ever tried to set up a Google My Business listing. Christina. Mama like. It says, our website chat feature that we received through your company's services, their CRM, has generated quite a few customers in a very short time. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that. Yay. With Google My Business, it seems like a lot of the features are shut down right now. Is it worth us following this path? Oh my gosh, yes. Please follow this path. You need to blog post at least twice a week on it. You need to make sure your blog posts are going in there. There's so many things you can do. The features that are turned off really are just the frequently asked questions and taking reviews. They shut down the review portion, but I've also heard scattering and smatterings that that's coming back pretty soon. They didn't want anybody to get a bad review during the COVID stuff because they weren't open or because they couldn't service you fast enough. They just wanted to keep it kind of on a level playing field. But absolutely, you should start moving and shaking on that Google My Business. Christina Mule, we hope to see you. Let's see. So just to clarify, if we are interested in the email drip campaign, we can click on the link and do it ourselves, correct? Oh, yeah. Well, if you're one of our clients, we'll help you with it. But if you are not one of our clients, you absolutely can do it yourself. I mean, whatever you need, we'll help you if you're a client. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's go to the Q&A feature. Will these slides be shared afterwards? No, but I will share the whole recording. I came in halfway through, so I may have missed. You have a preferred CRM. Oh my gosh, yes, I do. It's called the Smart CRM. And it is available right here, asnmarketingplan.com. Just click on Smart CRM and you'll see. There's also a demo video there. It's 30 minutes long, so it's kind of like, but it's a good demo. It's a home care demo or senior care demo. Thank you. What is Animoto? Animoto it's Animoto. It is a place where you can make videos. It's free. Well, they have a free level. I don't know how many videos you can make free, but they have a free level, and that's something that makes it easy to make short, frequently asked questions videos. This is the free stuff. What does the pay program look like? Oh, well, all the free stuff was the whole webinar was mostly all free stuff. The paid stuff is stuff that you like pay Google. You determine your budget. You pay Google, you can pay Facebook ads. That's what we were getting at there. Paid advertising versus the stuff you can do on your own time for free. So I hope that clears that up a little bit. I would like to hear more about the cost for your CRM services. If you go to asnmarketingplan.com, you can read all about it. The pricing's there. You can schedule an appointment with Bob. You can do anything you want. It's all at asnmarketingplan.com. But remember, any of the things that I talked about today can be done on your own. You do not have to have our services to do them. Okay, so a few more questions. Do you have clients that you work with in the Bay Area? Well, yeah, we have clients nationwide. We're very careful to keep people's content separate and keep them so nobody's repeating. First of all of our content is unique 100% as far as blog posting. No one gets the same article, and that's very important. You should all know that. Number two, if we have two clients in the same area, we post different things on their social media and we post different kinds of ads. Things like that are different so that we don't have an overlap there or people seeing the exact same thing. We're very good at that and been doing it a long time. With the paid ads, with Google ads, is it best with a limited budget to spread the budget over 7 days or 3 or 4 days in a week, which would increase ad dollars spent on the selected days that you run the ads? I would limit the hours of the day first, but not and you may already have, Robert, we may have already limited your hours. I would go from like 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. or 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Google Ads but I would not limit the days that I run them. Some people don't even look at the internet until the weekend. So it would be, maybe we could take Mondays out. Mondays might be a good day. But you also could look at your Google My Business listing and see what are the days you typically get the most calls. And that will tell you a lot. So I would say take a look at that. It tells you when you log in, it tells you your call volume and the days you get the most calls. And or if you know the days you get the most calls. If it's a Monday, make sure your ads are on Mondays. All right, I'm going back to Q&A over here. Not a question, just 2 thumbs up. Well done. Thank you, Rudy. Where should I start as a new business owner? Well, as a new business owner, you got to make sure you got all the basics covered. At least have a good website and get your social media up to par and be posting on it. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and experiences is really interesting. I'm new and the agency I work for needs some improvement. Where should we start first, with the services team or the online marketing? With the services, the team, or the online marketing? Wow, that's a big question. So if your agency is lacking in a few things, I would want to talk to the person who would be in charge of online marketing and say, hey, you got to identify your issues first. Identify your biggest pains and issues and try to work toward correcting those. If you can't staff your clients, you staff new clients and you don't want to be advertising too much, right? But if you can staff and you've got good staff, then getting your online marketing set up is an awesome thing to do. It's hard for me to answer that. It might be better if you sent me an email. Loved your sounds. Oh yeah, see, yeah, I'm very good at that. Because guess what? Here, let's just do this. When I go to post this video on YouTube, it'll pick this. That'll be the cover of the video. Trust me, it'll pick the stupidest picture of me it can possibly find and make that the cover of the whole video. So anyway, yeah, I make a lot of sounds and faces, but that's normal. Anybody else have any questions for moi? I think we got them all answered. Okay, thank you everybody. I know this was long. I will send out the repost soon. It'll be posted on YouTube, Facebook. It'll come to you in an email through our CRM. Anyway, if you want an appointment with us, you absolutely can do that, but make sure you go to asnmarketingplan.com, asnmarketingplan.com, as in Approved Senior Network, asnmarketingplan.com. There's a form there on the homepage at the bottom. Fill that out and you will be in the magic and glory of the smart CRM, and Bob will get on your phone. All right, thanks everybody. Bye. Stay safe, stay well, be brave.